Good morning, everybody. Today we will start a lesson Values in Life. It is written by Rudyard Kipling. So let's begin. Rudyard Kipling was a poet, novelist, and short story writer who also gathered notoriety of being an imperialist. So Rudyard Kipling was a famous poet, novelist, and short story writer. Born in Bombay in colonial India, he was educated in England but returned to India in 1882. So he was born in Bombay. He was born in Bombay in colonial India. Actually, at that time, colonialism was going on, and in colonial India he born in Bombay. He was educated in England but returned to India in 1882. Then he completed his education in England, but after that he returned to India in 1882. He is best known for his novel Kim and his children's stories collected in the Jungle Book, the second Jungle Book, and the Just So stories. Kipling was recipient of the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907 for the power of observation, originality of imagination, virility of ideas, and remarkable talent for narration, which characterize his creations. So, he is best known for his novel Kim and his children's stories collected in the Jungle Book. तर जे रुडियार्ड किपलिंग होते ते त्यांचं जे नॉवेल होतं किम याच्यासाठी खूप फेमस झाले होते. त्याच्यानंतर चिल्ड्रन स्टोरीज ज्या की जंगल बुक मधून त्यांनी कलेक्ट केल्या होत्या. द सेकंड जंगल बुक, जस्ट सो स्टोरीज. So these are the famous work of Rudyard Kipling. Kipling was recipient of the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907, and he was also a recipient of the Nobel Prize which he got in 1907 for the power of observation, originality of imagination, and virility of ideas and remarkable talent for narration which characterize his creations. ज्या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होत्या किपलिंग्समध्ये त्या कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स म्हणजे त्यांचं जे पॉवर ऑफ ऑब्झर्वेशन होतं, एखादी गोष्ट ऑब्झर्व करण्याची, ओरिजिनॅलिटी ऑफ इमॅजिनेशन, व्हरिलिटी ऑफ आयडियाज अँड रिमार्केबल टॅलेंट विच ही हॅज फॉर नॅरेशन. These are the characteristics of his creations or of his writings. Values in Life appeared in a book of words, a volume of Kipling's collected speeches. So, this particular lesson has been taken from a book of words. It is a volume of Kipling's collected speeches. त्यांचे जे काही कलेक्टेड स्पीचेस आहेत किपलिंगचे त्याच्यामधून म्हणजे अ बुक ऑफ वर्ड्स मधून हा घेतलेला लेसन आहे. The address was delivered in the fall of 1907 to the students at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. And this particular speech or this particular address was delivered in 1907 in the fall of to the students to the students at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. कॅनडाला दिलेलं भाषण आहे. मॅकगिल युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये त्यांनी डिलिव्हर केलेलं भाषणाचा हा भाग आहे. सो लेट्स सी. According to the ancient and laudable custom, laudable means praiseworthy, म्हणजे ज्याला म्हणतो आपण स्तुती करण्याजोगं. According to the ancient and laudable custom म्हणजे परंपरा of the schools, I as one of your wandering scholars, wandering म्हणजे भ्रमण करणारा, scholars म्हणजे विद्वान, returned किंवा विद्यार्थी, have been instructed to speak to you. So according to the ancient and laudable custom, ज्या काही आपल्या प्राचीन परंपरा आहे त्या परंपरेनुसार किंवा ज्याला म्हणतो आपण स्तुतियोग्य ज्या परंपरा आहे त्या परंपरेनुसार आणि खास करून ज्या आपल्या स्कूलच्या परंपरा आहे त्या परंपरेनुसार जस्ट अ मिनिट, लेट मी ऍडमिट सम स्टुडंट्स. ओके, फाइन, no issue. So according to that ancient and laudable customs of the schools, I as one of the wandering scholars, I one of the wandering scholars, I am a wandering scholar and I came here, or I have been instructed to speak to you. मी एक वॉन्डरिंग स्कॉलर्स आहे, भ्रमण करणारा भटकती करणारा स्कॉलर आहे आणि इथे याच्यासाठी आलेलो आहे, किंबहुना मला सांगितलं गेलेलं आहे की तुमच्यासोबत मी बोलावं, असं मला दिशानिर्देश केलेले आहेत. द ओनली पेनाल्टी, पेनाल्टी म्हणजे दंड. द ओनली पेनाल्टी youth must pay for its enviable privileges is that of listening to people known alas to be older and alleged to be wiser. And the only one penalty that youth must pay, and that penalty is the only penalty that youth must pay for its enviable privileges is that of listening to people known alas to be older and alleged to be wiser. And the only penalty that the students must pay to the society is that of listening to the people who are known older and alleged to be wiser. म्हणजे जे लोक परिचित आहेत, आपल्यापेक्षा अधिक ओल्डर आहे, वयाने मोठे आहेत आणि आपल्यापेक्षा हुशार आहे, अशा लोकांना ऐकून घेणं, अशा लोकांचं ऐकणं हीच एक युथला दिलेली पेनल्टी आहे, असं लेखकांना वाटते. ऑन सच ऑकेजन्स youth feigns means बनावट, youth feigns an air of polite interest and reverence. Further, writer said that on such occasions, on the occasions of the speeches or on the occasion when people come to see you, when people come to tell you something new, at such occasions, youth feigns an air of polite interest and reverence. अशा वेळी youth feigns म्हणजे तरुण मंडळी जी आहे ती तरुण मंडळी बनावट करते, म्हणजे कशाची तरी आव आणते आपल्या चेहऱ्यावर. कशाचा बनावट कशाची करते तर अन एअर ऑफ पोलाइट इंटरेस्ट अँड रेव्हरन्स, म्हणजे आपल्याला दॅट वी हॅव यूथ हॅव पोलाइट इंटरेस्ट और रेव्हरन्स while listening the speeches of the older and wiser people, while age tries to look virtuous, which pretenses म्हणजे ढोंग करणे sit uneasily on both of them. So in this way youth feigns that they are interesting in such type of speeches. So these are the things that writer wanted to tell on such occasions. Further, writer said that on such occasions very little truth is spoken. Further, he said that on such occasions very little truth is spoken. अशा वेळेला, अशा प्रसंगाला खूप कमी सत्य बोलल्या जाते. I will try not to depart from the convention. Convention म्हणजे here शिबिर. And I will try not to depart from the convention. I will definitely try my best not to depart from this convention, not to depart from this program. I will not tell you how the sins of youth are due very largely to its virtues. And I will also not tell you how the sins of youth are due very largely to its virtues. And I will not tell the sins of the youth rather than the virtues, how its arrogance is very often the result of its innate shyness, and how youth behaves arrogantly of the result of their innate shyness, how its brutality is the outcome of its natural virginity of spirit. And I will not speak about the brutality of the youth rather than that brutality is the outcome of its natural virginity of spirit. So I will not tell here the negative things, rather than that these things are true. Whatever things I have told above, those things are really true, those things are true, but your perceptors might object to such text without the paper notes and emendations. Emendations means corrections. So these things are true, no doubt, there is no doubt that these things are true, but your teachers, perceptors means, but your teachers might object to such texts without the proper notes, but your teachers may object, and they may say that what is the proof that you are telling that students or youths are such, or youths do this, youths do that, what are the proofs that you have, just show. those proper notes or text to us, and without emendations or without notes, I cannot tell these things before them. But I can try to speak to you more or less truthfully on certain matters to which you may give the attention and belief proper to your ears. So further he stated that, means I do not tell you, or uh, whatever things that he stated above, those are the true things. But according to the writer Rudyard Kipling, according to him, that your teachers, means the teachers of the youth, definitely object to such text or to such things, and they will they will definitely demand me proper notes and emendations, and that's why I am not going to speak on such issues. Those issues might object. Okay, but I can try to speak to you more or less truthfully on certain matters. But definitely, I will definitely, or I can definitely speak to you more or less truthfully on certain matters. Means truth, or what I can say, less truth or more truth, that's not the matter. The matter is that I can definitely speak to you, I can definitely try to speak to you on certain matters. काही निश्चित गोष्टींवर, काही निश्चित बाबींवर मी तुमच्याशी बोलणार आहे. टू विच यू मे गिव्ह द अटेन्शन अँड बिलीव्ह प्रॉपर टू युअर ears. And for those things that I am going to deliver you today, I am going to tell you today, for that thing I require your attention. I require your attention, that you may give your attention and belief proper to your ears. And those attention must be proper, and I expect that proper attention and proper belief from you. ज्या काही गोष्टी मी सांगणार आहे, कमी अधिक सत्य असतील त्या, परंतु निश्चितपणे सर्टन टॉपिक्सवर आपण बोलणार आहोत, काही बाबींवर आपण बोलणार आहोत, आणि त्या सगळ्या गोष्टी सांगण्यासाठी आय नीड युअर प्रॉपर अटेन्शन अँड प्रॉपर बिलीफ, अँड दॅट्स द थिंग दॅट आय एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम यू. आणि हीच अशी गोष्ट आहे जी की मी तुमच्याकडून एक्सपेक्ट करू शकतो, असं लेखक सांगतात. वेन टू यूज अ डिटेस्टेबल फ्रेज. डिटेस्टेबल मीन्स तिरस्करणीय. डिटेस्टेबल मीन्स तिरस्करणीय, एखाद्या गोष्टीचा तिरस्कार होणारी किंवा राग येणारी फ्रेज, दॅट इज डिटेस्टेबल. सी हियर, disgusting or detestable. So when to use a detestable phrase, you go out into the battle of life, you will be confronted by an organized conspiracy. Conspiracy means कट किंवा कारस्थान, which will try to make you believe that the world is governed by the idea of wealth for wealth's sake, and that all means which lead to the acquisition of that wealth are, if not laudable, at least expedient. Expedience means proper, yogya. So when we use detestable phrase in our talking, at that time that detestable phrase make you to go out into the battle of life. That detestable phrase makes you to go out into the battle of life, and you will be confronted by an unorganized conspiracy. If someone use detestable phrase, if someone use disgustable phrase, at that time that disgustable phrase makes you to go out into the battle of life. That because of that disgustable phrase, that phrase makes you to go out into the battle of life, and in this way you will be confronted by an organized conspiracy. By an organized conspiracy, because the person who used that because the person who uses that detestable phrase, he knows the reality that you will definitely go out into the battle of life, and you will definitely confronted by an organized conspiracy, because the person who speaks about the detestable phrase, he knows that you will definitely come out, and he in this way that person organized conspiracy, or that person plans to organize conspiracy, which will try to make you believe that the world is governed by the idea of wealth for wealth's sake. And that detestable phrase or that organized conspiracy, that will definitely try to make you believe on one thing, that the entire world is governed by the idea of wealth for wealth's sake. वेल्थ फॉर वेल्थ सेक. आणि त्या कॉन्स्पिरसीमुळेच तुम्हीही किंवा त्या डिटेस्टेबल फ्रेजमुळेच तुम्ही एक ऑर्गनाइज कॉन्स्पिरसीचा भाग बनाल आणि तेव्हा मात्र तुमचा एका गोष्टीवर विश्वास बसेल आणि ती गोष्ट म्हणजे दिस एंटायर वर्ल्ड इज गव्हर्न बाय द आयडिया ऑफ वेल्थ फॉर वेल्थ सेक. ही हे जे संपूर्ण जे जग आहे हे जग एका आयडिया भोवती फिरते अँड दॅट आयडिया इज वेल्थ फॉर वेल्थ सेक. आणि ती आयडिया म्हणजे वेल्थ फॉर वेल्थ सेक आहे असं लेखकांना वाटते. म्हणजे संपत्ती कशासाठी आहे? संपत्ती संपत्तीसाठी आहे. सो इन दिस वे रायटर said that the entire world is governed by the idea, and that idea is wealth for wealth sake, and that all means which lead to the acquisition म्हणजे लाभ होणे किंवा प्राप्त होणे of that wealth are if not laudable at least expedient means proper, expedient means convenient, सोयीचा किंवा प्रॉपर, योग्य. So all that means which lead to the acquisition of that wealth are, आणि ज्या कोणत्या मार्गाने whatever means we earn the acquisition or we earn the money or of that wealth are if not laudable at least expedience, means whatever means of our earnings are, but somehow that wealth, that acquisitions of that wealth are, that is not, if not laudable, at least expedient, that is convenient. Those of you who have fitly imbibed means atmasat karne, those of you who have fitly imbibed the spirit of our university, and it was not materialistic university which trained a scholar to take both the Craven and the Ireland in England. Craven and the Ireland in England means what? Regions in what was formerly Great Britain, which at different periods in time rebelled against the authority of the crown and were put down. Means the regions of England, and they rebelled against the authority of the crown, were put down. And वेगवेगळ्या कालखंडामध्ये क्रायव्हन अँड आयर्लंड या रिजन मध्ये लोकांनी सत्तेविरुद्ध बंड पुकारला होता. that is what Craven and the Ireland. So further, writer stated that those of you who have fitly imbibed the spirit of our university, means some of the youths among you might have fitly imbibed the spirit of our university. They have definitely fitly imbibed the spirit of our university, and it was not a materialistic university. And they might have known the thing that our university is not a materialistic university. Our university is not the materialistic university which trained a scholar to take both the Craven and the Ireland in England, and which university trained the scholar to take both the Craven and the Ireland. Means it is not the materialistic university. It not only trained the scholar to while taking the knowledge, while imbibing the knowledge, but it also trained the teacher to rebel against injustice, in England, will violently resent that thought, but you will live and eat and move and have your being in a world dominated by that thought. But that university will violently resent that thought. Which thought? The thought of, means that university trained a scholar while acquiring knowledge, as well as the same university trained the scholars to rebel against injustice, So in this way, this university is not materialistic. But this university trained a scholar to take both the Craven and the Ireland in England. Means to take the knowledge as well as to rebel, to make revolt against the injustice. अशा पद्धतीचे हे विद्यापीठ आहे असं लेखकांना सांगायचं आहे. And that university will violently resent that thought, and that the same university will definitely violently resent that thought. Which thought? the thought of knowledge, the thought of make revolt against injustice, but you will live and eat and move and have your being in a world dominated by that thought. And that the same thought, you will live here, you will eat and move from this university and have your being in a world which is dominated by that thought. And you will go into the world, and in that world, which world is dominated by that thought. आणि हे संपूर्ण जग ज्या विचाराने डॉमिनेट झालेलं आहे, that thought is wealth for wealth's sake. So some of you will probably succumb to the poison of it, and some of the students among you will definitely succumb to the poison of it. म्हणजे हे जे पॉइझन आहे वेल्थ फॉर वेल्थ सेकचं, हे पॉइझनाला, विषाला तुमच्यापैकी काही मुलं नक्कीच बळी पडतील असं लेखकांना वाटते. नाउ आय डू नॉट आस्क यू नॉट टू बी कॅरीड अवे बाय द फर्स्ट रश ऑफ द ग्रेट गेम ऑफ लाईफ. देन further, writer stated that I do not ask you not to be carried away by the first rush of the great game of life. म्हणजे मी तुम्हाला असं म्हणणार नाही, I will not ask you not to be carried away by the first rush of the great game of life. म्हणजे जीवनाच्या खेळाचा जो भाग आहे तो भाग तुम्ही तुमच्या जीवनासोबत घेऊन जावा. I do not ask you about that. That is expecting you to be more than human. And if I expect those things from you, then that is expecting you to be more than human. म्हणजे माणसापेक्षा जास्त, म्हणजे ज्याला म्हणू आपण त्या लोकांकडून अशा गोष्टी एक्सपेक्ट करणं, ह्युमन बिईंग कडून, ह्युमन बिईंगच्या पलीकडले जे व्यक्ती असतात त्यांच्याकडून ह्या गोष्टी एक्सपेक्ट करणं म्हणजे आपण एक्सपेक्ट करू शकतो. बट आय डू नॉट आस्क यू आफ्टर द फर्स्ट हिट ऑफ द गेम दॅट यू ड्रॉ ब्रीथ and watch your fellows for a while. But I do not ask you about that after the first hit of the game that you draw breath and watch your fellows for a while. Because after the first rush of the great game of life, after the first part of the game of life, then you draw breath or you take breath and watch your fellows for a while. थोडा वेळपर्यंत श्वास घ्या आणि तुम्ही तुमच्या मित्रांना थोडा वेळ बघा. Sooner or later you will see some man to whom the idea of wealth as mere wealth does not appeal. And when you take a breath and when you watch your fellows, when you watch other fellows for some time, for a while, at that time, sooner or later, you will definitely see some man. You will definitely see some man. That man definitely appeal to the ideas. Just a minute. Okay, fine. So sooner or later, when if you are watching the game of life and if you take a breath and if you watch the fellows of your life, if you watch the people, then sooner or later you will see some man to whom the idea of wealth as mere wealth does not appeal. Then when you watch the people, when you watch your fellows, among those people, you will definitely see some man whom the idea of wealth for wealth's sake, the idea of wealth as mere wealth does not appeal at all. असा एखादा व्यक्ती असेल, तुम्ही जेव्हा लोकांचं ऑब्झर्वेशन करत असाल, लोकांना बघत असाल तुमच्या आयुष्यामध्ये, यू विल डेफिनेटली मीट अ पर्सन टू दॅट पर्सन वेल्थ विल डज नॉट अपील. त्या माणसाला पैसा हे काहीच वाटत नसेल. पैशासाठी तो माणूस म्हणजे पैशाची त्या माणसाला हाव नसेल किंवा लालच नसेल, अशा माणसाला तुम्ही तुमच्या आयुष्यात नक्कीच भेटाल. whom the methods of amassing that wealth, amassing means collecting that wealth, do not interest. And to that person, the method of collecting the wealth, do not interest. आणि अशा माणसांना ही जी सिस्टीम आहे संपत्ती गोळा करण्याची किंवा पैसा गोळा करण्याची, त्या मेथडमध्ये, त्या पद्धतीमध्ये बिलकुल इंटरेस्ट नसेल. And who will not accept money if you offer it to him at a certain price. And further, writer himself put a question before the students that who will not accept money if you offer it to him. And there is no person on the earth that person will not accept money when you offer that money to that person at certain price. आणि या संपूर्ण पृथ्वी तलावर असा कोणताही माणूस नसेल जर तुम्ही त्याला पैसे ऑफर केले, जर तुम्ही त्याला पैसे ऑफर केले तर तो एक्सेप्ट करणार नाही असा कोणताही व्यक्ती नसेल असं लेखक सांगतात. सो हिअर I would like to stop. Thank you very much for listening me patiently. Thank you.